So today we will study about CORS, Cross Origin Resource Sharing. Okay. So today's agenda is what is CORS, how to find CORS bug, how to exploit CORS bug, impact, and how we can prevent web application from this bug. Okay. First, for understanding of the core, we need to understand the SOAP, same origin policy. The same origin policy is a web browser security mechanism that aims to prevent websites from attacking each other. But because of the same origin policy, like every browser have this same origin policy. Because of that, one website cannot attack each other. So they cannot share the data in between. Okay, the same origin policy restrict script one origin from accessing data from another origin. Means like one origin cannot access the data from another origin. An origin consists of a URI scheme, domain, and port number. So an origin have the URI, HTTP, domain, and the port number. So HTTP means port 80, or HTTP means port 443. Okay. For example, consider the following example URL like http normalwebsite.com example.html. Okay, so this uses the schema http, the domain normalwebsite.com, and port number 80. So the following table show the same origin. Okay, see http normalwebsite.com and example URL. So this can access the data. So they can interchange. This can access data from here, and this can, because they have the same origin. Schema HTTP is same, domain also same, and port, the S for HTTP port is 80. Okay, and let's check for a second. HTTP normalwebsite.com example 2 means path is different, but domain, schema, and port is same. So they are from same domain. And for third, this is HTTPS normalwebsite.com example. See, everything is same, but this schema is different, or like port is also different, because for HTTPS port is 443. For HTTP port is 80. So they cannot interchange data because same origin restrict this. Because of the same origin policy, this website cannot access data from there, and this cannot access data from there. And also let's check for this HTTP en.normalwebsite.com, and see this is different domain, like entirely HTTP en. So this is the subdomain of this. So okay, this also cannot access data from there because of the same origin policy. Let's check next HTTP www.normalwebsite.com. Again, this is also a different domain. See, the www normalwebsite.com and this normalwebsite.com both are different. So they cannot exchange data. Like this website cannot load data from there. Okay. For this, like HTTP is same, website is same, but port number is different. Also, this also cannot data from here. Okay, how things happening the live thing. Okay, see, this is YouTube. Okay, and you can think like this there is running sugar. So I am running both in same browser on different tabs. So they cannot attack to each other because of the same origin policy. Like this say portsugar.net cannot access data from the YouTube. Like they cannot know like what's going on the YouTube and what I'm watching and what I'm doing there. So Portsugar website don't know about this. And if I am doing something here on the Portsugar web net website, and YouTube website don't know about like what I'm doing here, like I'm doing the lab and I'm doing study and anything, then this website don't know. Why? Because of the same origin policy. Same origin policy restrict to attack the website to like okay what this YouTube like what I am doing on the YouTube. Like before the like website browsers are not using the same origin policy, then both websites can attack to each other, and like they know like what I am doing on the YouTube. Like this sports sugar website know like what I am doing on the YouTube. But now because of the same origin policy, this is the browser security mechanism. Because of that, they cannot attack to each other, and they cannot know like what they are doing, what I'm doing on the different website because of the same origin policy. Okay. So yeah, and for HTTP also, this is also applicable. Like see, HTTP, if some website, okay, I will show you our website. See, this is our website, and This is on HTTPS and this is on HTTP. See, more secure. So they can also cannot see like what I am doing here and what I am doing. Because why? Because this is running on the port 80 and this is running on the port 443. Because why? This is HTTPS connection. So they cannot attack to each other and they don't know like what I am doing here and here. Yeah. Yeah, both are same. They're running on the both same server, but because of the different protocol or like with different port, they cannot attack each other, and they do not know like what I am doing on the different website because of the same origin policy. Okay, so this is all about SOAP. So CORS. So CORS, cross origin resource sharing CORS is a mechanism which enable controlled access to resource located outside of a given domain. Okay. See, SOAP is very restrictive in the nature. Like both website cannot talk. Sometimes what happen, we need to know. Like sometimes we think like, okay, this website can access data from there, but we need to do some configurations. For that, we do CORS configurations. So we call them CORS, cross origin resource sharing. Means like we want to share some resource cross origin. So is a mechanism which enable controlled access to resource located outside of a given domain. So it extends and adds flexibility to the same origin policy. See, it adds the flexibility to SOAP policy, same origin policy. Okay, see, like if we are using the SOAP, then we cannot access the data, but because of the CORS configuration, we can access that data. So CORS itself is not a vulnerability, but misconfiguration in the CORS configuration is a bug. Like if developer did something wrong in the backend with the configuration of like with doing in the when developers are doing the configuration like this course when they do the misconfiguration and because of that this course is vulnerable. Basically, like if they do everything right and don't do the misconfiguration, then course is not vulnerable. So course is also a mechanism. Okay. So let's study about course header. So course have the origin header, access control allow origin header in the response, access control allow credentials header in the response, and access control allow method header in the response. Okay, let's see how they are working. See, this is a first domain.com. This is second domain.com. See, I am on domain second domain, and okay, see, and if this first domain want to access data from there, so I need to check like if this is accepting this or not. So what I do, origin equal origin, I set to origin first domain.com and I see like what came back. So that access control allow origin means they are allowing this website. See, this website can access data from first domain can access data from this website. Like second, first domain can access the data from this. They are allowing. Access control allow origin means they are allowing this origin plus domain.com. Okay, second thing, access control allow credentials true means when this application trying to access data on second domain, that time it is allowing the credentials and cookies. This can fetch the cookie and fetch the credentials because of the cookie. Like this can get the cookie and because of the cookie this can authenticate and because of that authentication this can get the credentials on like see sensitive data secret data anything. Okay, or access control allow methods like what method this website can use first domain.com. So currently this is applying for get and post. So sometimes you will see only get, sometimes you will see only post. Yeah. So see, like if this is allowing get data, then you can use the get here. Okay. It's allowing the post data, then you can use the on first domain, you can use the post. So you can use accordingly what they are allowing. Okay. So this is about headers. Okay. So how to find the course bug? If there is origin header is already present in request, see, like if you see the origin header is present, and what you can do, try to change it to anything like let's see let's assume example.com. So let's put here example.com, and if example.com is reflect back in access control allow origin means This domain is allowing any domain. So this is vulnerable to CORS. Okay. If there is origin header is not present and response data is JSON, sometimes what happen, you will see the data here in the body section response. Data is in JSON, but there is no origin header. That time, what you can do, if data is sensitive, then what you can do, add your own origin header and put any domain value like anything.com and see like it's allowing or not. So you can check. If there is origin header, then check that to anything and check the response. And if there is origin header is not present, then add your own origin header, add the null value and send the request and check for the response. Okay, you can find out CORS bug by this method. Okay, so there are mostly two types of CORS bug present. One is where they allowing null origin accepted, means they are allowing any type of origin like any example.com, anything.com, google.com, bing.com, any origin. So how we can exploit them? Okay, so we will do the lab about this. And another thing is that sometimes what happen, they are allowing only subdomain. See, like I am attacking on a hacking.com. So what happens? Sometimes they are not allowing every domain. So they are allowing on the only subdomain like this. Like I can access any subdomain like sub dot second means I can access the data from any subdomain. Other than that, they are not allowing like this. So mostly we will see this type of situation. So let's do some labs. Then you have the better understanding about the CORS vulnerability. So CORS itself is not a bug, but misconfiguration in the CORS in the backend. Because of that, this bug is exists. So we will solve some lab on the CORS figure. CORS lab. A CORS lab with basic origin reflecting. Facing the lab. Okay, lab is starting. So always what you need to check on when you try for the check for the CSRF, like if application using the CSRF token or not. So I'm copying this, I'm attacking my Chrome browser. Okay, so my username and password is winner and Peter. See, this website has an insecure CORS misconfiguration in that it trusts all origins. It trusts all origins. To solve the lab, craft some JavaScript that uses CORS to retrieve the administrative API key and upload the code to your Exploit server. The lab is solved when you successfully submit the administrator's API key. So you can log in your own account using the following credentials. Okay, winner and Peter. Okay, so I'm logging my account. Okay. After that, I see okay, we are fetching a key. So let's see like which request is fetching this key. So I am sending this request to the repeater. This is another request. I'm sending this request to the repeater. Let's check. This is first request. Okay, this is not about the API key. Actually, this request is fetching the API key. See, API key and session. So this is the session. Okay. So what we check first, like when you check for the CORS bug, first check like if any sensitive data is present in the CORS in the response in the JSON and that is sensitive. See, this data is JSON. See, curly braces means this is in the JSON. See, in the key value pair, when data in the curly braces and in the key values, see, key is the username, value winner, email. The key value is there is no value. API is the key and value is this value, and this session is the key and this is the value. Okay, so this is the sensitive data, and this is in the JSON format. after that, what you need to check after this, like if this web application is using any authorization header or not. There is no authorization header, and after that, you check for the CSR token. See, sometimes what happens, applications are authorizing through authorization header. Authorization like this. There are token. So, like if application is authenticating through that time you cannot, like even if you find the core origin header in null, then you cannot exploit that. Like if a web application is authentication through authorization header. Okay. Sometimes web applications are using the CSRF token, any CSRF token value. If they are using the CSRF token value and if they are validating that in the backend, that time if even you find the like this, okay, origin null and this, it's accepting the every origin. Okay, null. Let's remove the null. Anything anything.com. It's accepting, it's allowing every origin, and after that it's allowing the access control allow credentials. Means we can fetch this cookie, and from that cookie we can authenticate and we can access these API key. So always see for these two things, like allow origin and allow credentials. Like if allow credentials is false, then you cannot exploit this. Okay, if they are not allowing the origin, then you cannot exploit this. But first, you need to check for authorization header. If authorization header is present there, and if this application is authenticated through authorization header, then you cannot exploit this. And if even this application is using the CSRF token, then that time you can also cannot exploit this. Why? Because this from access control allow origin true, we can only access the cookie. If application using the authorization header, then we cannot access them. And after, like if we are sending the request, then they said, okay, you are unauthenticated. And same for the CSR token, because CSR token is they create for every user different CSR token, like with high entropy CSR token. So if even like if you find they are allowing the origin header, allowing the credentials, but if CSRF token is there, then you cannot exploit that. Currently in this request, there is no CSRF token and no authorization header. So this request is only authenticated through cookie. Okay, so we can access this cookie by because of this access control allow credentials. So we can create a request, create a JavaScript. From that, we can fetch this cookie, and through that, we can authenticate that, and we can access this username, email, session, and everything. Okay. So we successfully checked this. Like this is allowing every origin. So sometimes what happens? See, they are already setting up a origin header like this. Anything they are like their own origin like this. Okay, they have, okay, this is their own origin header like this. Okay, what you can do that time remove their origin header and set your origin header and check like if they are allowing your origin header or not, like this, like remove their origin, and like if there is no origin header, then add your origin header and set it to anything.com and see like if they are allowing this or not. They are allowing. So after that, you can use a script like I am using that also. This is the script. Yeah. This is the script. You can use this. Like I will share with you. But currently, this lab is have some security mechanism. So what you can do, you just copy URL and paste it there. Okay, paste it there and save this. Okay, I saved this, and after that, go to your location where I saved it here. Open in Firefox and click on this. Like if you successfully fetch, if you see the data here, Like if you see this data here, then this is vulnerable, but currently they are using a security mechanism, so I cannot see the data. Okay, I can only fetch the data from Bark collaborator only. Okay, but in when you do the live testing, then you can use this thing. Like if you find the, then only change this URL and save this and open it in the browser. Then yeah, you can exploit it this by method. Okay, so currently I have a script. You can use this for exploiting this because they given us a exploit server. We need to use their exploit server. So we cannot exploit it outside. You can only exploit inside of their network. So you can use this script. So what this script is doing, this create a XML HTTP request. Okay, this started. After that, it's a request list, onload request listener, and create a get request. Get request where our this URL. Okay, this URL. I am changing this URL. Copy request, copy URL, and change it to this. See, so this will create a get request and with credentials. See, request with credentials true means, see, this is allowing access control allow origin means we can fetch the cookie and from that fetch. See, this is also a get request. Okay, so what we need to access, like what basically what we need only get request to this and cookie. Like if we have the cookie, then we can access this data. So because of this access control allow origin to true, we can access this. Okay. So with request with credentials true, after that it will start a function request listener, and it will send the cookie on our work collaborator. So this is our work collaborator URL. Okay, I will change this also. A minute. Work collaborator client. Changing this to one. Copy to clipboard. Okay, and change this work to this. Okay, use the std. Okay, copy this. Okay, add the log. Okay, copy this. Okay, what I did here exactly. Actually, create a JavaScript, and there is this is an exploit server. So you can host this your own server, but currently this is not working on the outer host. So they given us a exploit server. So this is their exploit server. I can host there. So what I did, this script from create a GET request to this URL with credentials. With credentials means with cookie. So after that, it's fetch this username, API key, session, and everything. After that, it will set this here on encoded URI component. We can see the data on our. So I'm sending this, delivering to the victim, and let's see here. I get a request in my Bark collaborator. Let's see. See, this is encoded URI component. So this is encoded. See, because I want to URI encoded, I'm sending this data to the decoder. Okay. So what happened? I send this script to the victim, and victim clicked on this, and after that I get a fetch request on my work collaborator, and I get a key, and I sending this to the decoder and want to know like what is inside it. So just a smart decode. You will see administrator, username is administrator, API key is this, session is this. I successfully get the API key of the administrator. So I'm copying this. For solve the lab, you need to put administrator key. So I paste it, and this lab is solved. So what is the bug here? This is accepting every origin. So that is the bug. Because of that, we can, and it is allowing the origin header, and it's allowing with credential. So we can access the cookie, and from that we can access the this JSON. Okay. So let's solve the next lab. starting. Okay, I'm copying this, paste it there. Okay, again login there, winner and Peter. Okay. Also fetching API key. So let's again send this request to the repeater. Also send to the repeater. Okay. So this request is accessing that same data, winner, and API key and session. So let's check again. See, there is no authorization header. Okay, and there is no serve token. And after that, what we do, we add our own origin header. Like, because there is no origin header, so I'm adding like example.com. Let's see, it's accepting it or not. It's not accepting. There is no access control allow origin header. Okay, so let's check it for null. See, it's allowing the null origin, but it's not allowing every like other origin. Let's check for anything. It's not allowing any other than null. So what you can do, you can use the previous script, but just adding the iframe. Because of that iframe, this will think, okay, this request came from the null origin. So this is the script, same script. See, like what I did, like just added a iframe, like this iframe, and yeah. Other than that, everything is same. See, this is our previous script, and I added the iframe sandbox, allow script, allow top navigation, and allow forms. So because of this, they think like this script, this exploit is from the null origin. Like other than null origin, they are not allowing. So yeah, I'm using this. Okay, first change the parameters. See, this is URL is vulnerable to CORS. Okay, so I am changing this to this. Okay, and again our work collaborator. So I'm closing this, and I want to start new work collaborator, new instance of work collaborator. Call to everyone. Copy this. Okay, paste it there. Only this. Okay, so this is the same script we previously used. Just added a iframe. See, like I added a iframe, sandbox, allow script, allow top navigation, allow forms, and after that everything is seen. New XML HTTP request handler, creating a GET request with credentials. Okay, and after that send the data here on the our request our work collaborator. Send this and wait here. I'm sending this, waiting here. See, again I get the data and HTTP request, and let's see. I get the key in the key value, the data from the administrator. So I'm sending this to the decoder and smart decode. I get the API key of administrator. Control C. I'm copying this and submit the solution. This lab is solved. What is the problem here? See, like they are checking everything. Like they are checking, okay, if I trying to allowing, okay, I'm accessing the data from example.com, they are checking. I cannot access that. Okay. If I try to anything, like okay, if I try to access data from the google.com, I cannot access data. Okay. Anywhere, like they are not allowing. They are allowing only null value. So what, because of that, we can create an iframe. Like, see, everything is same, script and everything is same. Like, just added an iframe. So because of that, they think, okay, this request is came from the null origin, and from that we can exploit it this. So this is all about this lab. Okay. So next is when subdomain is accepted. What happens? Sometimes websites are not accepting the null origin or any arbitrary origin. So they are accepting only subdomain. So what we can do that time? Okay. Let's start the lab. See, this website has insecure CORS misconfiguration in that it trusts all the subdomain regardless of the protocol. To solve the lab, craft some JavaScript that uses a CORS to retrieve the administrative API key. Okay. Same thing. And starting the lab, okay, lab is started. Copying this, paste it here. Okay. Okay. I'm going to my account. Same username, password is same as previous. Login. Again, there is a API key. Let's see which request is accessing the API key. I'm sending this request to the repeater. Same this request also. So, so this request is accessing the API key. So see, data in the response is JSON, and that is sensitive. So means we can try for the cross origin resource bug. Okay. After that, we check if there is any authorization header, no authorization header. There is any CSRF token, no CSRF token. After that, if there is no origin header, so we can add our own origin header. So you can add origin header everywhere. Here, here, and okay, let's add here this time. Origin header, and let's try for example .com. It's accepting or not. This is not allowing. Okay, let's use the HTTP. Sometimes what happen? Sometimes they are not allowing HTTP. So I'm trying HTTPS. Not allowing. Okay. Let's try for null. If they are accepting or not. Even they are not allowing null origin header. Okay. So let's try for the subdomain. Okay, subs and subdomain of this host. Copy and paste it there. So now this is sub and subdomain of this. Let's see. If it's accepting, not accepting. So let's change the HTTPS. But sometimes what happens, they are blocking the request on HTTP. So try to change it to HTTPS. See, now they are allowing. Like on HTTPS, on if any subdomain from this website, they are allowing. After you finding this, it's a little bit tricky to exploit this. So what you can do, again, I'm closing this. What you can do after finding this, your next step is to find to XSS bug, like any subdomain XSS bug, or like if you did the like subdomain takeover, so you can put your payload there. See, this is our payload. So if you found the XSS cross-site scripting, so you can put this payload there. See, this is also a script tag, so you can put this payload there. Okay, if you find the subdomain takeover, then put your payload there, and if any user came there, then you can access their data. So this lab is has a feature, stock check feature, and that is vulnerable to XSS. I'm going there. See. Okay, let's check stock check feature and see this is different domain. I'm copying this URL. See, this is the URL. See, this is a domain stock, and this is the main website 0AE400. See, so let's check like they are allowing this or not. So like if we put our payload here, then we can exploit this or not. here. Okay, they are allowing this, means they are allowing every subdomain of this. Like if we found the accesses here, so what we can do, we can put the our payload there, and because of that we can exploit this. How? I will show you. See, there is an XSX in product ID script alert one script. See, there is an XSX. So how we can exploit after that? Okay, go to my account. Okay, see, there is an API key. I want to exploit that. So I'm checking on my own account first. Okay, this is the payload we used last time. But we need to change this get, because currently vulnerable URL is this. So I'm changing this copy URL to this URL. Okay. After that, okay, I need to change the our this work collaborator also. So I'm starting a new instance of work collaborator client. Okay, copy to clipboard. I'm using the previous payload which I used in lab first. Vulnerability is same. First, just okay. We need to change HTTPS. Okay, so vulnerability is same. Just you need to find an XSS. Through XSS, you can exploit this. But okay, I cannot put directly. Like if I want to copy this and paste it here, then this didn't work. Why? Because this is in not in URL format. What I need to do, just change it to URL format. So paste it there. What happened? Paste it there. See, this is our payload. See, everything is okay. Okay, this is our payload, and we set it up this. Okay, everything is okay. So after that, we need to encode this, because URL encode format will work for this. This is not in the URL encode form. I'm encoding as URL encoded. So this is in the URL encoded form. So I'm copying this. After that, this is in a script tag. Our payload already in the script tag. So I'm pasting it here, and if I'm clicking there, like if any user comes here and click on that there, then we can get the cookie. I will show you. So I'm clicking there. I get it. Be bit. Okay, let's try again. I think we did something wrong. Okay, I changed this log encoded form. Everything is okay. This is the vulnerable app. Okay, again copy this. Okay, why this is here. Copy this and paste it here. This is our everything is okay. Let's encode it. This is the payload. Copy this and paste it on the vulnerable parameter. So this is the parameter which is vulnerable. You put it there, then this will fetch the API key from there. If anyone click on there, then you can fetch their API key. But something, okay, let's start it again. This is not working fine. So you can fetch the API key from this method, like changing this to, okay, maybe, okay, over, okay, let's check this. Copy to clipboard and DPS is okay. Okay, let's use this payload. This maybe I did something there. It there, and vulnerable URL is this the URL, and paste it there. So after that, you can use this script. Okay, copy this and encode as URL. Copy. Control C. Let's try it again. So yeah, so after that, this payload will should work. Then you will get the API key. Okay. So this is all about CORS. And there is a bug on HackerOne. Anyone reported on the Zomato. So this is also same. Close origin resource sharing. And yeah. So what is the problem there? This is allowing any origin header. And because of that, we can exploit this. And what is this? Yeah. This is the bug URL. Copy. And then there. Okay. See. So someone find it. And this is allowing every origin. This I check here on origin header and it will checking every origin, and because of that he exploit this bug and he get the $550 bounty on Zomato subdomain. Okay, so what is the impact? So impact depends on the what type of the sensitive data is leaking. See, currently in our lab data is leaking API key. If API key is leaking, then it's P1. Like if only normal user data is leaking, that is go to the P3. So sometimes it's like only leaking the emails and etc. And that is into P4. Okay? So it depends on like what is leaking, what type of data is leaking. So what you can do to prevent this course misconfiguration. So never ever allow the null origin accepted, never null origin or any arbitrary origin. And other than that, like if you want to allow, then only allow trusted site. And you for that, what you can do, you can use the whitelisting. Okay, so this is all about course bug. Thanks for